Hey, all you happy lost souls. This is like a big hunk of sapphire, but it's still in its matrix. I've been finding the natural facets and cutting them back the old fashioned way. But, I know the lighting's kind of terrible in here, but let's see if I can get the gem light on it a little bit. How blue it is, if you can see how blue it is. But so you can see the schist matrix and it's growing out of. It's still in its form. You can see all the matrices. Let me put in a solution here. It's water. And of course, aluminum oxide powder is what you get when you start filing and working with this material. And you can see all the facets in the big blue sapphire. Now I literally have, I don't know, 60, 70 pounds of this blue stuff. Also a lot of sheen. This one's really pretty because it's very pale blue and it color shifts. I don't know if you can get the angle right here. I got the gem light that has different frequencies, but this has a nice purplish blue shift to it. So it's very, very cool. But what I mean by the old-fashioned way is I find the facets and cut the crystal cleavage back a bit, and I use a very simple technique. These are like cheese graters for rocks. They're little diamond files. I get these things on Temu for like $5 or $6 for 3 of them. They're 3 different gradients. They wear out quick because this stuff, this aluminum oxide, is hard. And I get it wet because you don't want the powder all over. You don't want to breathe it in. And then the water picks up the aluminum oxide dust, and it works good as a I'm losing my train of thought with words here. Works good as like an abrasive material to polish and file the rock down with. Here we go. Just kind of take this and you get a flat, and you can find the actual facets, and you just until you start bringing all the facets out, all the lines. This is the first thing I do before I touch it with any kind of power tools. You know, I just cut back and try to find all the blue in there underneath the schist. When I find these things, I go to where I know they form. In my area, the stuff just grows in walls on cliff faces and then crumbles down and falls into the creeks. This particular batch came from a road they ripped up, and old dump sites from all the old quarries. All the houses in my area are made out of the schist, the Wissahickon schist. It can be cut both ways to make all the houses in our area. But the quarriers and stone cutters got real pissed when they ran into this aluminum oxide, or sapphire as its fancier name is. I've got all kinds. I've got red, gold sheen, blue, star sapphires, crazy cotton candy color sapphires. These are all really rough and tumble. Some of them are actually in really, really good, nice condition, but that's the part I don't know. And even a gemologist can't appraise things like a gem cutter can, because a cutter has to say, oh, this piece can be turned into something exquisite, or should I just leave it in specimen form because the specimen is more rare. It's probably rare worldwide, but in my area it's not. I literally have a room full of this stuff, and all the Native Americans and ancient people, possibly Salutrians, that have come to the area way back, starting back 70 to 90,000 years back. They ran into this same material, and one group was working with it, and I saw that they couldn't fracture or use any kind of normal stoneworking practices to fracture points and make blades. You got percussion, and you've got fracturing, and also edging and edge napping, which came a little bit later, where you get like serrated edges and things like that. We find things around here that are even more ancient, that are in obsidian, that look like they're Neanderthal tools, and then we find things that look like they're Solutrean, and the Solutreans were working with this aluminum oxide, the sapphire. This stuff is extremely hard. You can sit here for 20 hours in a week and not get very far. But once I get all the edges and all the lines where I want them, and I find the natural faceting in the sapphire, I start finding its shape. You can see the natural facet of this thing. And after I find the shape and get most of the edges level, I can go in with little diamond tools, like a little Dremel or high power rotary tools. I don't have a faceting machine yet. I'm looking into it. So we shall see. Anyways, Pennsylvania, crazy blue sapphire. And since I live in a grove, I'll call this Grovidian sapphire. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. It's very unique, though. Yet, very unique. So I have no idea. There's all kinds of inclusions in there, fractures in there. It's like I have no clue how a cutter would handle this, but I'm an amateur at that. But anyway, it's very, very cool. Go find some cool rocks. Find the geology in your area and what's cool to find. Every creek has some kind of gemstone or semi-precious stone in it most of the time. So go check it out. Have fun. Peace, love. Please subscribe and be safe, y'all.